Are you stuck looking for another build because you messed up on your last one? Now, what if I told you that the build in this video will be able to dribble, spot up, also get contact dunks, and oh yeah, the best part about this build is he's also 7'1".
Huh? Damn, what is that, bro?
I was on the hunt to find an amazing post scoring build that allowed me to have insane versatility so I can use this build at the park or any other game modes on NBA 2K24. After a lot of research and a lot of trial and error, we finally found it, and with tons of games played and also having this build reach 99 overall, I can honestly break down this build and tell you guys what I love about it and also what I hate about the build. So today we will be taking a closer look at my big man build, and I can also share what I would change if I had to recreate the 7'1" beast. So without any further hold up, let's go ahead and take a look at this monster. So of course, here we are, 99 overall. Yes, we are a 3-level threat. All right, this dude is actually pretty cheesy. I really enjoy using this build. I was surprised that I was going to enjoy it as much as I do. And I mean, looking at the stats, it's kind of no surprise, but you know, sometimes post scorers don't get that much love because we get patched and, you know, nerfed and all that other stuff. But let's go ahead and look at these attributes. So first things first, we're going to be looking at our finishing attributes. Now, when it comes to finishing, it is super important, especially if you think that you want to be a post scorer. Now, I love the post scoring animations in this game, and I think that they did a really good job with them. All right, I wanted to take advantage of not only taking advantage in the post, but also standing dunks and all that. So we went with a close shot of a 77, a driving layup of a 75. Our driving dunk is an 83, so this does allow us to get some of those contact dunks along with our standing dunk. So yes, we do get contacts, and we get them big man Jones. Okay, I like those. And then to top it all off, we have a post control of an 85. Now, a lot of people are probably going to ask, why was my post control so high? I will probably, if I remember, I will explain why we put post control so high when it's time to look at our badges. Okay, so when it comes to finishing, most of our stuff is in the high 70s, low 80s, maybe mid-range 80s, and I think that this does wonders for this build right here, especially being 7'1". Now it's time to go and look at our shooting ability. Now, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't a liability other than me being inside the paint. Okay, like I want to be able to space the floor. So if I'm using this build with my homies, then I don't need to just set screens and pick and roll. I can pick and pop, I can sit corner, I can do a whole bunch of things with this build. Like I said, I was really aiming for versatility when creating this build. So my mid-range, you gotta have a high mid-range. All right, 86 is going to be our mid-range for this build. The 86 mid-range gives us some crazy post scoring, and you know, the jump shots, the everything. Okay, we get the midi magician, we get the post fade phenom. So not only am I dunking on my opponent, but I can switch up the looks that a defender is going to receive from me. So I'm not a one-trick pony. I can hit you with a jump shot, I can hit you with a step back, or I can just go in the paint and dunk on you. All right, so I had to put a 3-pointer on this build. If I'm going to be playing threes or anything of that nature, I needed to be able to space the floor for my homies. So we went with a 78 3-ball. I feel that this is more than enough to actually be consistent when it comes to your jumper. When I talk about consistency, of course, there's some things that you're going to need to do before you can actually spark that thing up. Okay, hot spots, badges, all that stuff. All right, so for real, this build was just to play park, so we didn't really put too much on the free throw, but a 61 free throw, I can still green free throws, and we can still get crazy in the rack if we really wanted to bring this build to the rack. All right, so now we have to focus on our playmaking. I did put a little bit of playmaking on here, and when you look at the playmaking, we did add a 77 pass accuracy to this build. Okay, so when it comes to the pass accuracy, I want to be able to pass out of bad situations. So if I'm backing down an opponent and his friend comes to help, I would like to use my pass accuracy to get that ball up out of there in hopes that my homie can hit his wide open three or wide open midi. Okay, pass accuracy is important. You know, lobs in this game are cheesy as crap, and I wanted to be able to throw them as well, because who doesn't want free rap, right? So 77 pass accuracy, and then for our ball handle, we went with a 63, giving us a little bit of handles. We can handle the rock. We're not going to be like playmakers, but we definitely have a little bit of ability to get loose on that court. Now, speed with ball, I wanted to make sure that it was over a 55, and I did hear a rumor that Joel Embiid's dribble style or something of that nature is coming out soon, and I want to be able to take advantage of that Joel Embiid package. Okay, so you just need like a 55, so we went 56 just to make sure that we were in the clear. Now, when it comes to defense, I wanted to make sure that this build can actually hold its own if I was to bring this build out for the twos. And when we look at defense, we have a 77 interior. We have a little bit on the perimeter because we need it. Okay, so we put a 60 on the perimeter. We did not put any steal. Okay, I don't want to be out here spamming. It don't take no steal to get bump steals anyway. So if I'm out there getting bump steals, then we don't need steals. Blocks is super important because I do feel that this has something to do with your shot contest, and we want to be able to block. All right, everybody loves a good block. So we got our block at 92. Our offensive rebound is a 62, and our defensive rebound is a 92. All right, so this does allow us to play twos. This does allow us to play rack and all that other stuff. So this is pretty cool. All right, this is pretty cool. Now let's go over to our physicals. Now for a big man, I didn't want to be the slowest unit on the court, so of course I did a little bit to the speed. We have a 64 speed. That's way better than my first big man that I made that has like a 50 or 55 speed. So 64 speed, we have a 57 acceleration, an 84 strength. Strength is very important in NBA 2K24. Let me tell you that, okay? It doesn't matter if you're a guard or if you're a big man, you need some type of strength. Now, of course, you need more strength as a big man, and especially as a post scorer, because we're trying to be a bully on the court. So we went with an 84 strength. For our vertical, to make sure that we do get contact dunks, we needed to have that over a 75. So we went with a 77 vertical and then a 97 stamina. Now, some people might not agree with the stamina being that high, but I just wanted the stamina to be high enough to where if I'm literally forcing my way into the paint, I'm not going to be tired by the time I get into a scoring position. So I wanted my stamina to not even be a thing that I even worry about. So we went with a 97 stamina. Now it's finally time that we go and look at these badges. Now the badges, I'm actually in love with, okay? But before we even get into the badges, if you guys want the height, of course, we're 7'1". Our weight, we went with 231 pounds. Our wingspan is 7'6". And then, of course, we're a center, okay? So it did give us the title of a 3-level threat. So now it's time to go and look at these badges real quick, all right? We're going to start off with our C tier, okay? So we have Comeback Kid. That badge can actually go all the way to Hall of Fame. Now, you guys know the badge system is a little wonky this year. If you don't use it, you lose it. And I really hate that about NBA 2K24 this year. Like, why do we have to continuously grind on badges? And then if you don't use them, like I don't use a lot of these badges if I'm on twos. And the badges that I don't use on twos, I'm probably not using on three. Like it's just a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so Comeback Kid, we do get that Hall of Fame. Our floater, so float game, we do get that on silver. Midi Magician is one that I need to go back and get that back on gold, so we can start shooting more fades and of course some shot creating shots out of the mid-range area. Off-ball pest, we're good with that on bronze. And then we get cheesy badges like spin cycle, special delivery, like that was on silver when I was grinding my career. Scooper, relay passer, spot finder, and touch passer. Now for our B tier badges, we do get big drive. You know, this is some of those cheesy badges that we really aimed for, especially knowing that we're trying to take advantage of that paint. Bunny, this is actually a badge that I want to use a lot more, okay? Because now I'm starting to get, you know, used to using this post scorer. I love hopping and like trick shotting, bro. We out here doing crazy things that I never done on any other 2K, and I love it, okay? I love it. Dream Shake is probably one of my favorite badges because it does get ankle breakers and it does freeze your opponent. So Dream Shake is definitely one that I need to keep on gold. Then of course we get shooting badges like Guard Up, Post Playmaker. Love this badge, especially if a team starts trying to double me in the post. And then we have some spot up badges. I had to make sure that we had spot up badges, just knowing we can hit those corner threes. We can shoot from the top. We can do a lot of stuff, all right? We got Needle Threader, Immovable Enforcer, Posterizer, Precision Dunker, Pro Touch, Two Step, and also Whistle. Now, when it comes to our A tier badges, we do get Aerial Wizard. We have Back Down Punisher because we are bullies. Blinders, just in case we want to get a little crazy and a little, you know, post fadey. You know what I'm saying? We could go crazy with those. Chase Down Artist, I had to make sure that we had some pretty solid defensive badges. Now, post fade Phenom, I did have on Hall of Fame. But when you're playing threes, I really wasn't using this badge, so it went all the way back down to silver. Like I said, I hate this mechanic about NBA 2K24. I just completely hate it. But it was Hall of Fame in the clips that you've seen in the beginning where I was just greening up, and this badge is easily one of my other favorites, especially when it comes to scoring as a post scorer. Hook Specialist, I never really used this as much as I probably should, but we have it. Green Machine, of course, Dimer, Post Lockdown, so we can play a little defense against other post scorers, Post Spin Technician, Slithery, and also Workhorse. Now for our last tier is going to be our S tier, and this is where we got some of our key badges pretty much. So we got our Anchor, our Box Out Beast, we got our Break Starter. I abuse this badge in rec, especially if you're playing solo rec, you're trying to get your rep up. Yo, this badge is actually broken. So it's broken on silver. I can only imagine what this thing looks like on gold. So another build coming really soon for you guys that solo queue in rec. I gotta help you guys out because the noobs this year are noobing it up, all right? But back on topic. Brick Wall, silver. We got the Corner Specialist. I actually locked in the Corner Specialist because I don't really shoot too much in the corner. So I would hate for all of my good badges that I use on twos to disappear when I play threes, and I would definitely hate for it to be vice versa. If I'm losing all of my threes badges because I'm playing twos, it's just a mess, okay? It's just a mess. So we also have Claymore, Catch and Shoot. We also get that on gold. I had to make sure we got that on gold. So if we're spotting up, we're still a very serious threat to be taken serious out there when it comes to getting some buckets, okay? I don't want them to think that I just can't shoot, all right? So Catch and Shoot, we get Bulldozer, we get Deadeye, we get Drop Stepper, Fast Twitch, Fearless Finisher, Rise Up, Rebound Chaser on gold, Pogo Stick on gold, Masher, and also Unpluckable. So back to what I was saying when we were looking at the attributes. I had to figure out a way to make sure that your boy got silver Unpluckable. Now I know with these lockdowns, Unpluckable seems to disappear quite often, okay? But I wanted to make sure that it was a little bit of a challenge really to pluck me, and that silver Unpluckable was given to us simply because our post control was high. Our ball handle was never going to reach 80, so The fact that we went out and got an 85 post control, and it pretty much gave us the same badge that we would get with an 80 ball handle, I'll take it. I will take it. So we of course grinded the badge perks, so we got some badge perks up here. And then the floor setters, I really never set my gold one yet. I really don't know what I want to set because they're permanent, but we'll figure that out as time goes on. But this is the build, and I hope that you guys really enjoyed it. It has been a blast to play with, and if I had to change anything about this build, honestly, I would probably make this build a little bit stronger. I would probably try to go for like a 90 strength, or I would go for like a 90 mid-range. And if I was to change anything else, I would probably up the offensive rebound. But other than that, that's about it. This dude can hold its own in the paint. He can also put up buckets on a lot of other bigs. And if I have a mismatch, it is over with. It is literally over with. Now, if you guys want me to do another video where I pretty much just show you guys all my animations, all my dribbles, and all that other stuff, then let me know that down below in the comments. Or you can simply just smash the like button, all right? When we hit like 50 likes, I'll give y'all whatever y'all want, all right? But this has been your boy. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment down below if you guys want to see more, or if you want to see any type of build or anything, any questions, just let me know, all right? Let me know down below, and I will see you all in the next video.